Hey everybody, it's Mark here at Gary's Guitars in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and I'm here to talk about NAMM 2025. I just flew in from LA and boy are my arms tired. I just got back, did the overnight flight. My eyes are wrecked, I know. But I wanted to make this video because on the flight back it's brewing in my head. What am I going to talk about and how am I going to talk about all this stuff in a concise manner? So, let's try it. First of all, I do start with this. A lot of people, a surprising amount of people, stopped me and said, hey, I love the videos, thanks for doing the videos. They like the fact that a lot of these videos are just, low production, just talking about gear, and so I appreciate that. So thank you for taking the time to say hi, and people come visit the store once in a while who are on the road and in the area, and I really do appreciate all that, and I guess maybe it's important to mention that I absolutely don't mind if someone stops me and wants to chat, because this is what I do. I talk about music. I play music and I talk about music. So let's talk about the show. So for those who don't know, it's the annual music industry trade conference. It's grew out of an old-fashioned trade show, if you can just imagine, like a car trade show or something, those kind of things that happen in Las Vegas often. And it is manufacturers and distributors presenting what they have to offer, their new stuff for the year, generally what they have to offer, and trying to get the customers, trying to get the the dealers to become interested in their products, to buy them, and to resell them. So that is the core purpose of the conference. Now, it's kind of become Comic-Con for music. Meaning, it's not, Comic-Con is not about comic books anymore, and this isn't necessarily just about dealers meeting with distributors and manufacturers. A lot of end users are involved in the picture, and although you usually had to kind of weasel your way in as someone who's I'm just a musician. You had to be an endorsed artist by a company or something, but they've made it easier over the years to get credentials and to come to the show. So there are two camps of presenters and how they react to that. Some just go, yeah, this is great, let's do it, let's have a party. Others are like, we got to do business here. I can't just talk to every rando who walks by. We need to identify who the crucial people are to speak with, and speak with them and do our presentations with them. And so those are the two camps. And I will say right off, because I made a video recently about Fender predictions for the upcoming year, and so this figures into it. Let's talk about Fender. Fender was one of those companies that said, this is a dealer event. We need to talk to our dealers, and so they did not have any front-facing end user kind of presentation. Some people seemed to be let down by that, but I can understand it from both sides. Wouldn't be my decision, but in past years they have done the fanfare, but very businesslike. So I did go to Fender. We're a Fender dealer. Met with the reps who I deal with in the Fender family. That was great. Checked out their new offerings. One of which has already been, which is already out there, is the Standard series. They brought back the Standard moniker. Fender has this habit of reusing these names throughout their history. Deluxe and Mustang and Champion and stuff like that, and Standard is one of them. There was the American Standard. Then they moved production to Mexico. I think they might have briefly said Mexican Standard, but that was really or maybe they were there was an American Standard and a Mexican Standard, and then all Standard production moved to Mexico and was rebranded as Player Series. So mostly because Fender realizes they need a guitar they can sell for $5.99. So they're like, it's the Standard is back. Now, what is Standard? Is it a Squier Classic Vibe with a Fender logo? Maybe. Is it worth an extra $150 to get the Fender logo? Maybe. So they are Asian manufacturer, and that's a big step. Just like moving their primary manufacturing to Mexico was a big step for Fender, leaning more on the Asian manufacturer. Now, coincidentally, with all this talk of tariffs and such, maybe it's going to be helpful to have a flagship guitar coming from Asia as well as Mexico. So, and as far as other gear, digital and Class D amplification is bigger, you know, all over the scene. But with Fender pushing their digital units, pushing their new tablet-based interface. And they just showed only the new stuff, which is fine for me. I can see the other stuff. They have great resources for dealers on their website, and they have, you know, well-produced videos where they, you know, walk people through things, and that's nice. The other stuff, there's about 3 more lines opening up, I'd say, in the Fender. But the reason I'm speaking vaguely is we've been asked not to talk about it. Now, you may find other places where people are willing to talk about it, but I'm not going to bother with that because it's all going to be irrelevant in a couple weeks anyways. I'll just say that they focus on that $1,000-ish price range, 1,000 and something, kind of, you know, they you know, with the Frontier 2 series and stuff like that, that kind of area where, like, this is a premium guitar, but it's not the $2,500 guitar. But, you know, rest assured, this guitar has some unique, interesting, and premium features. So those are the changes in the line for Fender. And then what is Fender doing? I didn't pry too hard because, you know, we're all having fun. We're smiling. We're talking about gear. I'm not going to go like, what's going on with this website you guys got? You know, are you trying to put me out of business? And I'm not, tell you what, the talk on the floor of the show, talking to other independent dealers, people were going like, Fender is Fender's no bueno right now. Fender is not my friend right now. We don't experience that here. We from what we sell from Fender, we enjoy selling it. It's good quality stuff, and we don't price match. We're not one of those stores that really, like, we get the lowest possible prices. We filter things as they come through. We stock on the best of stuff. We repair and set up and all that. You know, the purpose of our store isn't to be an alternative to the online world. And so when people have to compete with that, when Fender puts coupons, if you want to buy a Fender guitar from Fender.com, just say Fender Guitars a lot when your phone is around, and it will give you a coupon for 20% off. So I don't want to get too Fendery though, because we got more stuff to cover. Other things on the other side of it, other great Dunlop, MXR. Their one company, Ernie Ball, they were slaying it. They had a party. Yamaha had a party. They had a rock show going on, and they had a huge display with a literal rock show happening in the middle of the room, and not all their stuff, of course, but just like a cavalcade of cool stuff. Let's see. Yeah, so Ernie Ball couldn't even talk to him. Our rep, he was you just couldn't find the reps. They were just busy putting on a circus. So that was great, though. People loved it. And so who else? Brands like Ibanez and Washburn were definitely there. There's definitely some changes in what they're doing in the future going forward. Computer design and computer manufacturing is really honed in on making high-quality stuff that is inexpensive and has, you know, high-quality details. A lot of fingerboard inlays. That kind of thing. Martin is Martin. When I was standing in the Martin booth, it could have been 5 years ago. I mean, they have their new stuff, but the booth is always laid out the same, and it's always, you know, the Martin legacy, the Martin family, something, museum quality, something. They'll have some luthiers there just to chit chat. They put on a good show. Of the brands that decided not to, there are brands that didn't show up, but I was really surprised D'Addario didn't have their name on their booth. They had just that little D'Addario logo, a little bit of branding, and it was just, we're here to talk to dealers. And the same thing with a bunch of other brands. I'm not going to dwell on it, but industry leading brands don't necessarily have to use that opportunity to make an outreach, to make a pitch to absolutely anyone, and that's why they do that. So I usually make these videos about 10 minutes. I passed the 10-minute line. What I'm going to do is make a second video, which is going to focus on everything else, including pro audio and keyboards and the drum world. And did you see my eyes roll when I said drum world? My head rolled, not just my eyes. And some more details. So it might, I'm going to put it up real soon. So thanks for watching this video. Check out the other video, or hit the alert button or any of that kind of stuff. And thanks for watching, and thanks for saying hi for those who said hi, and we'll talk to you soon.